bending space. Not metaphorically, literally, shrinking the distance between you and another star like folding a piece of paper and poking a hole through it. Yeah, you've seen it in science fiction, but this time, it's real. Scientists didn't just theorize a warp bubble, they accidentally created one in a lab. And if you're thinking, wait, like Star Trek warp drives? You're not wrong. The warp bubble discovery. Back in 2021, researchers at a company called Limitless Space Institute, with DARPA ties by the way, were modeling advanced propulsion systems when they noticed something off. Inside their simulation was a strange distortion, a region of space that had compressed in the front and expanded in the back. A classic Alcubierre-style warp bubble. And it wasn't just math on a board, they recreated it physically on a microscopic scale. Let's be clear, this isn't a working warp drive, but it proves that the fundamental physics are real, that space-time can be warped. And it's the first time we've seen that outside of black holes or billion-dollar theories. What is a warp bubble? Here's the short version. A warp bubble is a kind of space-time cocoon. Instead of moving through space, you bend space itself, contracting it in front of you and expanding it behind. You're not breaking the speed of light. You're cheating the rule book. From the inside, you're still sitting still. But from the outside, you're teleporting across cosmic distances. No G-forces, no fuel burn, just pure curvature of reality. Why this changes everything. For decades, warp drives were dismissed as fantasy. They required negative energy or exotic matter, things we couldn't even prove existed. But this recent experiment used standard physics. No alien materials, no imaginary equations. That means warp mechanics might not be some far future dream. They could be a matter of engineering, not magic. And if that's true, then one day, trips to Mars might take minutes instead of months. Interstellar exploration could happen in our lifetime. Deep space travel might not be just for sci-fi anymore. Still, a long way to go. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This was a microscopic warp bubble. We're talking nanometers, nowhere near starship scale. And bending space on that level still doesn't mean we can build engines to ride the wave, but it's proof of concept, like the first light bulb or the first airplane. It's rough, it's tiny, but it's real. And now, the race is on. Who's involved? The US military is watching. NASA's Advanced Propulsion Lab is quietly crunching numbers, and private space startups are sniffing around looking to capitalize. Elon, Bezos, you think they're not already sketching out warp logos in their notebooks? This isn't just a physics breakthrough. It's a potential power shift on a galactic scale. Whoever cracks warp travel first, they own the next era of civilization. The big what if. What happens when we can cross galaxies in a blink? Will the first warp-capable ship leave Earth and never return? Will governments fight over the tech like nuclear power? Will billionaires leave us behind while they carve up Alpha Centauri? Or will we finally become an interstellar species? A civilization that doesn't just dream of the stars, but touches them. One more thing. If we just proved warp bubbles are real, what if we're not the first? What if that's how they get here? What if UFOs don't fly through space, but around it? Yeah, sit with that one for a second. Final thought. The first warp bubble is here. Tiny, silent, invisible to most. But it's the crack in the wall of impossible. The beginning of the end for long-distance travel as we know it. And maybe, just maybe, the start of humanity's next giant leap. Want more insane tech that sounds fake but isn't? Smash that like button, sub to Techrupt, and keep your neural implants peeled. We're just getting started.